Hi my fragrance friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you. Today is another fragrance lab where we're going to chop it up, mix it up, and have you guys smell bloody amazing. And just before we get into all these good smelling combos here, I just want to do just a gentle reminder for all of us as humans, and just know that the sweetest fragrance that we will ever wear is not these perfumes, but our behavior. So with that, we're just going to hop right in. Okay, first thing, you know what, let's just start with what I'm wearing right now. I haven't gone out yet, so right now I'm only just wearing the body mists. This is just the mist iteration of what I did before, so it's nothing special. We just have Sweet Pea by Bath & Body Works and Berry Elixir by Victoria's Secret. And just a reminder, for Sweet Pea, we have Watery Pear, Sheer Freesia, Luscious Raspberry, Soft Musk. This is a tangy, florally. This is really strong smell, so I put this as my base, and then I went in with Berry Elixir, which is vanilla bourbon, muddled berries, so sensational high. I went with that on the top, and right before I go out, I'm going to top it off with Victoria's Secret Bombshell. Again, it's I think I've covered this one before, well, some iteration of it thereabouts, but I can't stop wearing this one, and even though there's no berry notes listed in here, I can bet my bottom dollar that there is berries in here. So it's cassis and rose and peony in here, but I'm telling you, whoo, 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 that's good. I'm telling you, there has to be some kind of juicy berries in here. I definitely get the cassis. So what I thought was woods is the strong cassis. I get a little bit of the florals. I definitely, now that I'm thinking about it, I do get the peony. I don't really get rose unless I really concentrate and think about it. But I definitely also get juicy berries. So just follow your nose, baby. Just follow your nose. So I'm going to top this off before I go out. All right, so let me give you one. Now, have me smell so good. I'm going to give you a combination right now that will have you smell so good, you will be in two places at once. And you're thinking, headless sense, what are you talking about? Being in two places at once? Are you nuts? You watch too much sci-fi. That might be that might be true. I think I really do read and watch too much sci-fi. But with that said, a couple of weeks ago, I had talked about this tiramisu fragrance. It is for men. But listen to me, ladies. Get this on your skin. This is why labels annoy the living daylights out of me. It is good majority of the time, but a lot of times it kind of tunnels our vision and stunts our creativity. And I've been sneaking my father's cologne since I was in college. When I used to come home visiting on the weekends, every now and then, I would go into his fragrance closet and I would put some of his cologne on me. I'd walk out and he'd be so confused. You smell familiar, but you smell a little different. Like, the look on his face is priceless. So I've been copping men's fragrances since college, baby girl. And I highly suggest you do the same. So this is a tiramisu fragrance. Okay, so there is no coffee note listed in here, but I'm telling you, to my nose and to my brain, there is some kind of light coffee note in it. That's how it's interpreted to my brain. Coffee or latte or something of that nature. And even though there is no salt note listed in here, as I said in that video, I think there still is, like Celtic salt, what we used to cook, not the table salt, the iodized table salt, but like the Celtic salt. It's like if somebody just took a morsel of that and put it on the tiramisu. It's just so subtle, but to my nose, it's almost as if I'm smelling a little bit of Celtic salt in there, okay? So I'm going to talk about this combination right here, and then I'm going to tell you the story about it, okay? All right, so we go in with pink. This is Cocoa Coffee from Pink. It's one of their newer releases. This one has, what the heck does it have in here? Okay, whatever. It has vanilla and coffee. Okay, so you're going with this from the top of your neck all the way down to your toes. So you're going with that. And then you're going with Bath & Body Works Midnight Amber Glow. This is still in stores. This is Smooth Amber, Caramel Latte, Vanilla Bourbon. Obviously the vanilla in here and the perceived coffee note that is on there. So you go all of your body, have fun with it, right? And then we come in with a piece de resistance, okay? That will have you transporting your body all over the place. Uomo by Salvatore Ferragamo. And yes, ladies, this is a man's fragrance, but get it on your body. It is sweet. It is addictive. Good Lord. Oh my God. Every time I smell this, it just takes my breath away. Woo! This is good, baby. Oh my God. All right. So there is, I'll link the video down below. It's like a 7 or 8 minute video. But there, I get orange blossom here. I definitely get that tiramisu. I get the Kashmirian. And again, just like I said, even though there's no coffee note listed, but I get coffee in this. To my nose, to my brain. That's how it's translating, baby. And it is so sweet. And it is a moderate projector, but with this combination, let me tell you something. I was in Whole Foods last week, and I was shopping, doing my thing. And then I'm online, waiting to pay. And there's this man in front of me that he keeps turning around. I'm used to that, but like this one was like, he looked confused. He's like he was trying to say something, but then he didn't want to say, like he wanted to say it. So whatever, he keeps turning around. And then there's another lady who then sidles up next to me when I'm online, and she's staring at me. And she's like, and you can tell she's trying to figure something out. She's like, it's you. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, I'm sorry? Of course, you always have your manners, right? Don't be rude to people. Unless it's 11 o'clock at night, then you can be a little rude to people. And she's like, oh, it's you. You smell so good. What is that? And I told her it's Uomo by Salvatore Ferragamo. And she was like, she looked so confused. I'm like, she's like, is it sold in America? I was like, yes, it's sold in America online. She just made me laugh. I don't know why. And you could just tell she's just standing there stuck, staring at me. She's just like mesmerized. She's like, she's just like stumbling. She's like, I smelled you. And she points at the other end of Whole Foods. I'm online, okay? And she's confused because she's pointing all the way at the other end of Whole Foods. She's like, but I thought I smelled you all the way over there. I was like, oh yeah, I was over there picking up some stuff. And the way she's staring at me, even the guy in front of me, he kept turning on and he's nodding because he's agreeing with her. He's like, you smell good. And I smelled you over there. And I was like, yeah, that was me. I was over there. And she's like, I need to get that. I didn't tell her it was a man's perfume. I'm going to let her, have that little shock when she actually pulls it up on Google and tries to buy it and realizes it was a man's perfume. So if you were concerned about the projection or longevity or whatever, baby, just stick with me. Okay, just as they put in my YouTube biography, stick with me, my fragrant friend. I will have you smelling bloody amazing and even taking low performing perfumes and have you transporting all over the bloody place, leaving little clones of your body all over the place, and then having people stuck wondering, gosh, you smell so good, and they're just standing there mesmerized staring at you. Okay, so again, Cocoa Coffee by Pink. Top that off with Midnight Amber Glow, and then go over it with Uomo by Salvatore Ferragamo, and you will be smelling bloody amazing. Okay, my fragrant friend. Alrighty, let's move on. Let me take a sip of my water. Pardonami. Okay, moving on to the next one. So I'm weird. I wear summer fragrances in the winter, and I don't need to explain myself, but kind of the thinking what it is, because we wear jackets and we wear sweaters and we wear layers and the heat is going and all the things, and the oven is on and all the things, so you feel really heavy and clunky and all the things. So what it is, I like to cut it up, right? I like to cut all that heat and that dense and that wool and that coziness. Like, it's nice to be cozy, but sometimes it gets a little dreary, and especially because I need to be like really mentally sharp for my job. I like to make sure sometimes I'm on my toes, and early in the morning, most days during the week, I do not want to be cozy. Sometimes I do, but a lot of the times I just want to feel sharp, right? So, oh, if you watch my declutter video, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, so I mixed these two together. For my Middle Eastern collection, I had introduced this one. This is Shagaf Woman. It is a Middle Eastern perfume, but this is not a typical Middle Eastern perfume, yeah. There is citrus in here, citrus. There is lemon and lime, I believe. There is apple in it. There is praline. The praline you get right away. Then you get the apple and you get the citrus. And there is musk. So this is strong. This lasts, it's not like a 12-hour projector, but it definitely lasts at least like 6 hours. And baby, you will get compliments with this just on its own. Do you understand? All right, so I went in with Shug Off Woman. I know I went and had fun with it. This is, you can get this on Amazon, I think, for less than $23, if I'm not mistaken. But you will be smelling like $1,000,000. Okay. Then I went to go top it off with L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. So there are 2 iterations of this, okay? There is L'Imperatrice Edition 3, and this is just L'Imperatrice. This is the original one, not the number 3 one. Actually, I'm not really sure which one came first, but it's the one without the 3. So that one is more ozonic, and I'm so silly. I thought this one had rhubarb, and it didn't. It doesn't. What I was smelling was the kiwi, not the rhubarb. So that one is more ozonic. That's more aquatic. That has rhubarb and pepper, I think. This one is much sweeter. So this one has kiwi in it. This one has watermelon in it. This has strawberry in it. This has peony in it. This has raspberry, damask rose in it, and musk. And I think there's cashmere in here as well. But I get more musk than anything. Hold on. Wow. Whew. Yeah, this is good. Ooh, this is good. I love this. And I didn't declutter it. Even in that declutter video, I didn't declutter it because it wasn't good. It's just because it's like Marie Kondo. If you hadn't used it in 6 months, let it go. It's got to bring joy to your life and all the things and whatever. And so I hadn't used it since not this summer, but the last summer, right? You can clearly see the dent in here. So that was the only reason why I let it go. It's simply because I hadn't reached for it. So I'm so glad I did not let that go. And yes, I'll be doing part 2 soon. But anyway, so this is a really, oh God, this is just, whoo! You get that strawberry. Oh my goodness, you get, at least on my skin, so after like, let's say 4 or 5 minutes, the musk starts to bloom on my skin, but you get that sweet strawberry, you get that kiwi, the tart. This is sweet and tart and strong. It's that musk that makes it strong, and then you have the tartness, juiciness of the watermelon. And this is a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece, and it is, I think, under, I would say under 80 or under 60. I'm going to say under 70. Kind of go for the median point there. Under 70. I'm sure maybe you can even get it cheaper than that, because a lot of people declutter it, and I'm not going to judge because I almost decluttered it. And again, not because it's not good. It's amazing. I just simply hadn't worn it, and I was trying to do the whole Marie Kondo thing and and whatever. I'm glad I didn't do it. So anyway, talk too much. Shug Off Woman, L'Imperatrice. You will be smelling amazing. I didn't go out that day when I wore it. But again, as I always say, you don't need compliments. You knowing you smell amazing is good enough. You know what I mean? And then if you get compliments to compliment how you're already feeling, well then, isn't that just amazing? Oh, it's just amazing. Okay, so that day I didn't go out. So I was just complimenting myself when I walked past the mirror. Like, yeah, hey girl, you smell amazing. You smell amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, moving on with the craziness. Okay, the next one. This one is a heavy hitter, and I have not worn it yet. I was just testing it. I'm going to wear it either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how I feel, okay? And again, spoiler alert. Oh my God. So again, spoiler alert. If you watch the declutter video, I'm gonna pin down the comment below with both videos of my Salvatore Ferragamo and my declutter video. So spoiler alert. I'm not decluttering this. Oh God. Oh God. See, this is why I gave myself time to think, because if you aggressively declutter, then you're gonna, a lot of times people regret it and end up bringing it back, and you waste money, you waste time, and you waste all the things, and I'm not here for that, right? Because baby girl got a mortgage she pays by herself. So baby girl is not gonna just keep wasting money like that. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is the combination right here. And this one's gonna be a heavy hitter. I tested it and it was amazing. 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 So if you're wondering what the heck is this, this is Girl of Now Shine. This is a flanker of the original Girl of Now by Elie Saab. So this one, and we have the R540, Baccarat Rouge 540, little classic here. Okay, so here with this one, this has pineapple in it. It's nutty, it's sweet, but sometimes, gosh, the reason why I decluttered it, again, it's not that I disliked it, it's just that I liked it. That was it. And it can be a little cloying. So the thing is with this, for me, the day that I started to really appreciate it is when the air was dry and it was cold. So when I kept testing it, it was either warm or the air was too humid. It's just, it wasn't, I cannot imagine myself reaching for this in the spring or the summer and even early fall. And then one day it was so cold that day, the air was so dry, and I tested it and I had a completely different experience. And again, it's just a really strong like, but I'm cool with just like, I don't need to smell, you know, like sophisticated and cultured all day. Some days I just want to smell good. And I definitely am smelling good with just this, right? But for me, I need to cut that cloyiness. And it's funny with me saying that it's cloying because I love my sweet fragrances. I mean, duh, right? So it's weird that I would say something is cloying and dense, but it is. But it is. And I don't know why. And that's why it's hard for me to reach it. And the only time, and you can clearly see the dent in here. But the reason why there's a dent is I only cut it with other fragrances. So this is great mixed. I'm not inspired to wear it on its own, but I've been cutting it a lot and I've been really enjoying it. And so I'll share more combinations of that later in other videos. But so I did Elisa Girl of Now Shine as the base, right? And then you go in with Baccarat Rouge 540. And yes, Baccarat Rouge 540 is sweet, but it's more than that, right? There's ambergris in here, which gives it that sexy animalicness to it. And there's fir, and I believe like resin is like some kind of resiny cedarwood, kind of woody. So it's sweet, but it's more than that. Like it's only sweet on the opening, and it does stay sweet, but then there's complexity to it, right? So you have that fir, you have that, I think it's resin or resiny cedarwood, and that ambergris, which makes it sexy. For me, ambergris does really, really good on my skin. No, not really good, really amazing on my skin. It just suits my skin really, really well. And oh my god, I'll talk about that later in another video, because I have another one that just will have men and women magnetized to you anyway, because I don't judge, baby. Love is love. Whether you want to attract men, you want to attract women, I don't care. All right, with the stuff that I'm giving you, let me tell you something. You'll be attracting men and women. You will be attracting humans, aliens, animals, all the things that have a beating heart. You'll be attracting it. Okay, don't worry about that. The way I will have you smell it. Okay, so put these together. So what that sweet cloyingness in here, that dense, I don't know what it is. It's dense and cloying. I don't know what it is. But that thing that stops me from reaching for it, the fir and the ambergris and the wood in here and the saffron cuts it. And that saffron goes really, really well with that pistachio note in here, or almond, some kind of nutty note in here. The saffron just blends really, 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 really well with it, and is going together. And I already know I'm going to be smelling amazing. So put those two together. You're welcome. Wait, I think I'm done. There we go. So these are the ones I actually had more layering combinations that I did, but they did not hit to the caliber I needed it to. So that's why I'm not going to share. I'm not just going to share it for the sake of content. I need to share quality information. So there are some things that have to get struck out. They struck out. Exactly. They struck out. Yeah. So I'm just double checking I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. Salvatore Ferragamo, Shut Off Woman. Oh yeah, I went over what I wore today. Yeah. So then we are good. We are done. We are done. You're free to go. And I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really do. I really do. I really thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know if you try any of the combinations. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. For my friends that do celebrate it, Merry Christmas to you and your family and all your loved ones. And for people who are you're just off because it's the holidays, hey, you know, we're gonna have fun, baby. This is what we're gonna do. And just a gentle reminder: please find somebody to thank today, even if it's for something small. And more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it into yet another day. And even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.